Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hi, my name is Beth. I am a mother to two children. One is 6 years old and one is 1.5, nearly 2, and I'm currently 15 weeks pregnant with my, well, obviously third child, and I would love to have you so if you like sort of videos like this, like pregnancy videos, I'm gonna have a lot more coming up. And if I'm out of breath in this video, I'm so sorry. These hormones are really getting me. That's why I'm filming this video at 15 weeks and not when I was still in the first trimester. So yeah, anyway. I'm going to talk. Right, I'm on my daughter's bed and it's a little bit creaky because it's a toddler bed and I'm sat on it. Because she's in my bed, because she currently doesn't feel great. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about how I knew I was pregnant before I missed my period. So I've got my little book, because obviously I wrote down all the symptoms because I was like, if I am, I need to make this video. So anyway, the first one was period cramps. So let me just check on my app, because I normally get period cramps like the day before my period and while I'm on my period, never any other time. So I was getting them, right back to March, I was getting them a week before I even tested. So I actually took the early test and I was getting period cramps like a week before I even tested. And at first they were mild, but they started getting more like proper period cramps. So, and because I wasn't sure, there wasn't really anything I could take other than paracetamol, however you want to say it. So yeah, that was the first thing that was really off, because the first thing I did was check my calendar app and I wasn't due on for until the week after, I think it was it? Yeah. So that was very off. And the next thing was tender breasts. So mine don't really get tender unless I'm pregnant, and they were very tender, like just putting my bra on, it was not really nice. It was like sore and everything. So that was another thing that I thought was really off. The next one was frequent urination. Oh my gosh, I think it was going to the toilet every hour, if that. It was really bad. Because obviously I try and make sure I'm drinking enough, so I go frequently as it is, but not that frequent. Wow, the lighting really changed then, didn't it? Sorry about that. The next one was pressure under my bum cheek. So this is something I do get when I'm on my period, and it's always my right one. It's like right underneath my bum cheek. It's just this feeling like there's something like weighing on it, and it feels really uncomfortable. And I normally only get that at the beginning of my period, and this was all before I'd even tested, before I was even close to my period, because the test you take 6 days early. So I was getting all these symptoms that I normally have on my period when my period was nowhere near like time for me. It was nowhere near happening. So I was really wary about it. I was really confused. Another one was hip pain. So obviously your hips have to widen, don't they? Because obviously you're going to be carrying a baby. And I remember having that with Naomi quite early on. So that was another one where I was like, something's different here. And it was a lot worse this time actually. The hip pain was quite severe. But it went away quite quickly as well. Another one was lightning crotch. Now I know typically you don't get this until the baby starts getting bigger and heavier, because like their putting pressure down on everything down there. But, and I think it was only once as well, and it was really bad. Like, it shot straight down, and I just screamed, and Josh, what was happening? I'm like, I got lightning crotch. And he looked at me so confused, like, why are you having that? But yeah, that was one of the symptoms. Another one was lower back pain, and that basically just joined in with the hip pain. So while I was having hip pain, I was having lower back pain as well. And then the cramps at the same time. Just this whole area just wasn't doing good in that week before I took the test. So the lower back pain actually throughout the first trimester has really been on and off. My back is actually really sensitive. Like, you knock it even a tiny bit and I'm in pain for ages. So it's really bad this time actually. So another one is bloating. Now, I don't remember being bloated with my other two. And Josh was like, oh, you're probably just like a bit constipated or something. And I'm like, no. Like, this is really weird, especially with all the symptoms I was having. I was sat there thinking, I'm pregnant, aren't I? And obviously, I was telling Josh about all the symptoms I was having, and he was saying, yeah, that's really weird, but my body has deceived me before. When we were trying for Naomi, she's my 1.5, nearly 2-year-old, my body kept showing signs that I was pregnant, and then my period had come. So it was really, I really didn't know what to think of it. I was like, has my body clock gone off again? Because when my body kept deceiving me, I was having irregular periods. So I was really unsure. Because Josh was saying, like, oh, your body's deceived you before. And I says, I know, but it hasn't done that in a long time, and my periods are normal. So it was a bit, but mostly I was like, no, there's no way I can't be. If I'm not, then there's something very wrong. And the next one is I felt ill. I still feel ill. I actually watched my friend, Hallie. I really hope that's how you say her name. What is the east side? Hallie. I really hope that's how I say your name, Hallie. If you're watching, I watched her video on like the symptoms she had before her missed period, and hers was feeling ill, and I'm like, that's exactly how I felt as well. It was like I had a cold, just constant, and I still have a cold. Like, every morning I have to blow my nose because it's so bunged up. Bearing in mind, here in the UK, we're in summer right now, in case you couldn't tell by the bright white wall that my camera can't deal with right now. Yeah, I thought that was really weird, because at first I was like, oh, I'm just probably feeling a bit under weather, but it just stayed. And it was consistent. It didn't get worse or better, it was just consistent. And with watching Hallie's video, I thought, right, that's another thing pointing towards pregnancy. And then another one was constipation, which I got later on. I got that, I think it was a few days before I took the test. It wasn't at the same time I had the bloating. I had the bloating more towards the beginning, where I was getting the period cramps and everything. So that's another thing. I'm not really going to go too much into that, because I'm really sure you don't want to hear all about that. Another one was dizziness as well. I only had this one once, and it's meant to be common as well. There was just one day where I'd got up and got, no, I think it had been after dinner or something. I just stood up and I got really lightheaded, and Josh was like, what's wrong? I said, I don't feel right, I feel really dizzy. So I had to go lay down in bed. I feel like room spinning, it was awful. And then linked in with that was the nausea as well. So I'm there feeling dizzy, then I feel sick, and the nausea has definitely been the worst part of this first trimester. This first trimester has actually been the worst one out of all 3 of my pregnancies. Bear in mind, with Naomi, I had a stomach bug and I was being sick multiple times a day. This one, I have felt sick constantly, not anymore thankfully. In the first trimester I was feeling sick constantly and I couldn't be sick. Like I'd feel like I was about to be sick, I'd go run to the toilet and I'd be gipping. Sorry, like that's like TMI or anything for you. But yeah, I was doing that and nothing was happening, and it's not like I hadn't had anything to eat. I was eating, even though I didn't want to because I felt sick, and I just couldn't be sick. So like the thing was, when I was pregnant with Naomi, after I was sick, I felt better for like an hour. And that hour was heaven to me, but this time, it was just awful. Yeah, that's all of them. But I do remember one I didn't write down, which was feeling really fatigued and tired, and that is still a thing. I still don't have a lot of energy at all. It's coming back, but in that first trimester it really hit me hard, that tiredness, and also the shortness of breath. Like, we live in like a really hilly area, like there's lots of hills, and when I take Keane to school in the morning it's all downhill, so that's fine. But then coming back, I'm pushing Naomi in a pushchair, bearing in mind she's a chunky girl, she's heavy, and I'm there trying to push her up a hill, and I had to stop. I had to keep stopping to get my breath back. I just sounded like a panting dog on a hot day. That's what I sounded like. In the end, I had to keep getting her out and her holding my hand, which she's completely fine with. She loves walking and she's really good with it. But it was so bad. Like, just walking up the stairs, I'd get out of breath. I'd get out of breath before I even got to the top of the stairs. Halfway up, I'm there panting again. So that's definitely got better. I can get all the way home now without panting. Like, I'll hear my breath. I can hear myself getting a bit out of breath, but it's not to the point where it was before, which I'm really glad about. So yeah, that's how I knew I was pregnant before I missed my period. If you want to see, like, the video of me finding out I was pregnant and telling my partner, I'll link that up here. And then I'll also link the one where I'm telling my family and telling the kids up there for you as well, if you want to go check those ones out. And I'm going to be doing the 12-week like recap update video soon, so make sure you subscribe with the bell on so that you don't miss that. And then we're actually, so today's Thursday when I'm filming this, Thursday the 1st of July. On Saturday we're actually going for an early gender scan to see what the gender is, so pretty soon you'll be seeing like a gender reveal video, because we're gonna get like a little Canon thing and go to outside my mum's, and Josh is gonna be the only person that gets told what the gender is, so it'll be a surprise for me, for Kane, for Naomi, which she won't understand, for my mum, my nana and my little sister. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm so excited for that. And it's only 2 days away. And I'm going to want to upload that video straight away for you all, because I don't like keeping things from you. Like when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, Josh, I cannot keep this a secret. I want to tell everybody, because like, you guys are like my friends. Like, that sounds... I'm here talking to a camera saying that it's my friend right now. If anyone was watching me, they'd think something was very wrong, wouldn't they? Yeah, it is. I don't like keeping things from you. So that video is going to be coming up really soon. Anyway, I've started rambling. I always ramble. In some video, I ramble. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because I'll be posting like bump photos and photos of the kids and stuff like that. So go ahead and follow me on there if you have Instagram. I would appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.